That stupid whore on Instagram that you keep DMing that doesn't reply. That party you see in Bali that you believe would be fun, but if you were there, you'd be standing around a bunch of drug addicts getting bitten by mosquitoes. All this crap, which is constantly distracting your brain. God says, hey, wake up, wake up. I'm gonna make you feel alive for a second. Bam. So next time something bad happens, next time it all goes fucking wrong, next time your girlfriend leaves you and you're completely in love with her, and your heart is broken, and you can't pay your bills, and your car won't fucking start. When it all goes wrong, just stand there and go, don't I feel alive?
I remember walking to sixth form college. I was 16 or 17 with my 4 friends, and a Ferrari burnt past us. And I said to my boys, I was like, man, how'd that guy get that car? And they're like, don't know. I was like, doesn't that annoy you? Like, why would it annoy me? Because we're going to school, our parents are on council estates. Like, we're trying to scrape 20 pounds a week to eat. This dude has 400 grand for a car. Doesn't that aggravate you? Doesn't that show you that there's something about the world you do not understand? That you're missing something? And they're all like, not really. And they're all the dudes who are right now at home, 9 to 5, couple blowjobs, da-da-da. I was never that guy. I was pissed off for weeks because I saw some dude in his Ferrari.
You know when you drive home from work, and you don't really remember the drive because you're daydreaming, but you manage to get home, you don't crash. You just sit there, you kind of daydream, and before you know it, you're at your house. That's how most people are living their lives. Each day blends into the next. Nothing really goes wrong. Nothing really goes right. You don't see anything fantastical on the drive. You don't crash the car. It's all just doop-de-doop-de-doo, and you make it home. A day becomes a week becomes a month becomes a year, and the years become your life. Your life.
So now when I push my Ferrari, I'm like, this is the full circle. This is the universe giving me what I've always been manifesting. Does that make sense? Yeah. So now when people say, Andrew, why do you have 17 supercars? Because I have 17. I have every brand you can fucking name. I have 17 cars. I have over $10 million of cars. But because it was a car, these cars used to piss me off. So now I have to have them all. I don't even have to drive them. I have to have them. I'm trying to conquer the earth, my friend. Maybe I'm crazy, but this is what I'm trying to do. It's what I've always been trying to do. So I've never been satisfied. To this day, I'm making more money now than I was making in my cam days. I'm still not happy. But I don't judge my life on happiness. I don't look at it that way. I look at all the other human metrics and say, where am I failing? Am I in good shape? Yeah. Am I rich? Yeah. Do I have good friends, good connections? Yeah. Do I do whatever I want? Am I free? Tick, 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 tick. Well, fuck it then. Then life's fine. You know?
There are people out there perhaps have less money than you. They may be ugly and short. They may be unsuccessful in nearly every metric, but if they're present all the time, on the deathbed, they will win the competition. Because on their deathbed, they will say, of my 80 years, I spent 40 years, 50% of time consciously feeling present and alive in the process, whereas you spent most of your time daydreaming, thinking about something that already happened, worried about something that might happen, concerned about the future, obsessed with the past. The primary objective of life is to feel alive. And you have to make yourself feel alive through monumental achievements. You need to go out there and buy a Bugatti. The first day you buy a Bugatti, you're gonna feel alive. I can't believe I pulled this off. Can't believe I had $5.5 million liquid in my account, spare, sitting around to get a car. I feel alive. But then you'll drive it for a day, a week, you won't feel alive anymore. Everything is a scam if you do not try. Everything is a scam if you do not put in the work. Going to the gym, paying the membership, wearing the gym clothes and the sports shoes, and refusing to lift the weights will not change your life. Without work, nothing is real. There is no magic to life without work. I cannot think of anything on the planet which is good without you working for it. And the few things that are, that's the true trick. Drugs, alcohol. You take drugs, you didn't have to try. You feel great, but you pay the price. You pay the price with your mental health, you pay the price with your physical health, you pay the price with your life. It is impossible to find anything which doesn't require work, which is good for you, which you are not going to end up calling a scam in the long run unless you try. And this is truly the difference between people who love life and those who don't. Everybody I know who loves life tries hard every single day. They work hard every single day. They suffer, they struggle, and they love their life. The people who sit around, they don't try very hard, they seem to be depressed. You would argue that that's quite counterintuitive. You would say the people who try hard and struggle and suffer, they're the ones who should hate their life, no? But it turns out those are the ones who love life, because the work you put in prevents anything from being a scam. It actually makes life beautiful. All of the work you put into anything makes it beautiful. You put work into a statue, it's a beautiful statue when it's completed. Tennis. If you walk on the court, you hit the ball a few times, you miss, you don't really try, it's a scam, it's not very fun. If you start trying your very best, you become mid-tier tennis player in your country, not even world level. You get 200,000 followers and some hot chicks, you get to travel around the world, go to tournaments. Tennis is no longer a scam. What is the difference? The game is the same. The court you played on is the same. The ball, the racket, and the human being are the same. The only difference is the amount of effort you put in. Work stops things being a scam. Work makes things worth doing. So when you tell me that you lack motivation, what you're really saying is that you lack a life. Because if you cannot work hard towards things, you don't have anything. And you never will.
Those days when I'm tired or worn out or just basically sick of the grind. What do I do on those days? I go anyways. I get it done, even if I'm just going through the motions. I go through the motions. I don't really want to work out. I work out. I really don't want to hammer on a project. I hammer on the project. Don't really want to get up and get out of bed. Yeah, I get up and get out of bed. Now, these could be signals that you need some time off. And those signals might be right. They could be correct. But don't take today off. Not today. Wait until tomorrow. Don't give in to the immediate gratification that is whispering in your ear. Shut that down. Do not listen to that little voice. Instead, go through the motions. Lift the weights, sprint the hill, work on the project, get out of bed.
Get up. You don't want to go run? You go run. You don't want to go swim? You go swim. You don't want to make your bed? You make your bed. You don't want to clean your house? You clean your house. You don't want to study? You fucking study. That's how you start to callous your mind. So that became my life. If you say you're going to wake up at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning to go run, wake up at 4 o'clock it's going to suck. It's not going to be fun. Do something that sucks every single day of your life. That's how you grow. Embrace the suck.
God gives you an opportunity, you better fucking take it, because if you don't, he's going to give it to somebody else. He's going to give it to somebody else. And that's how I live my life. I wake up every single day. Matter of fact, I don't try and seize opportunities. I try and create opportunities for myself. I try and put myself everywhere all at once so I can be able to take in and be accepting of all these opportunities that are given to me on a daily basis. I not only take advantage of every single opportunity that God gives me, but I create opportunities for myself. And that is why I have found success. And that's why the majority of you guys are still stuck in the same place. Because when God presents you with an opportunity, you say, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later. When God presents you with an idea, you say, I'll do this tomorrow, I'll do this next week. It's not a good time, or you'll find every single reason why it's not the perfect time for you to start right now. And then he's going to give it to somebody who's actually willing to do the work, who's actually willing to take on that opportunity and change their life for the better. Start taking opportunities and start creating opportunities for yourself.
What's your life going to look like if you don't do it? What's your life going to look like if you don't fucking go out and build what the fuck you want to build? That you have this little vision in your heart and in your mind of what your life should be like. And what are you going to feel like if you don't go do that? What are you going to feel like in a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? When you die, What are you going to be saying?
You think when you're young that you have all this time. You have no time. There's no time. I mean, one of the quotes on the wall in the gym in there is, there is no tomorrow, from Rocky 3. There is no tomorrow. Fuck that shit. Let's get all this shit done today.
What if I told you this was the last Monday morning of your life? What if I told you died this week? Would you complain about your crap job or that test you don't want to take? I doubt it. You can go much higher level thinking. Well, that's really what it takes. It takes understanding that if you're not pumped right now, if you're begrudging what you're about to do, if you're not looking forward to it, look, I respect practicality. You gotta go through school because your parents want to. You gotta pay your rent. You got student loans. I get it. But please recognize the world we're living in. We're living in a world where there's so much more opportunity. This internet thing created way more opportunity for all of us. Way more. I mean, look, you might not even be alive. Like, your mom and dad could have had sex like 3 minutes later and you wouldn't even exist and you're complaining. You could have ended up being a bus, a tree. I just don't get the mentality of being head down sad on a Monday morning. I'm gonna make Monday morning my bitch. I'm gonna make you Saturday Monday morning. That's what I want to do every morning, and that's what I want from you.
You can do two things. You can run and fucking hide, curl up in a ball, and let the world just fucking beat you to death. Or you can dig your fucking heels in. You figure out how to, you have to figure out yourself, and then you dig in and you fight. I literally, the day we got back from Mexico, I had a quote installed on my wall. It says, "May God have mercy upon my enemies, because I won't." So let's fucking go.
What's the chance of you making $1 million this year? Give me numbers. And everyone's like 0%, 0%, 0%. 1%, there's always 1%. It's like 5, and that's like the most it'll get to. And I said, okay, I'm gonna give you the most extreme example, but I just wanna see what happens, okay? What's the percentage chance of you making $1 million this year, legally, and if you don't, everyone that you love dies? And everyone's like 100%, 100%, 1,000, 1,000%. I said, what changed? The goal didn't change, the time frame didn't change, why you're doing it changed. Would you wake up in the morning if everyone that you love's life depended on it and be like, yeah, well, maybe I should scroll on TikTok for a little while? No, you'd be like, I'm gonna take action immediately. And so it doesn't need to be like a fear of losing everybody, but what's really behind that is like, why?
You get out of high school, you don't know what to do, and then you start playing video games and you're on social media. A day can slip by like that.
Yeah.
A day becomes a week, becomes a month, becomes a year, and before you know it, you're 30.
Yeah, right.
And you
That's
haven't
for
done
sure.
shit.
Yeah.
And that's really common.
In a year from now, it's going to happen like that. And who is your future self? 1 year from now, who is it? Just like everyone's added here, go party Saturday night. They're not willing to sacrifice. I'm like the lone survivor in here. Tonight will be over with too. Tomorrow I'll be stronger for it. Another day will go by. 365 of them happen so fucking fast. Who are you going to be in a year from now? And in a year from now, does that future person hold regret or pride?
I'm going to tell you to be selfish. Be selfish. Be selfish for the next 3 years. Go get yourself strong. Go put your own oxygen mask on. Put some money in the bank. Crush your company. Be selfish with your time. Be selfish with your income. Be greedy on the amount of money you want to make. I'm telling you, be greedy, be selfish. You know why? Because if you go all in, if you stop thinking, I wish I could do more, be more, go all in and make the money. Get secure and put your oxygen mask on, and what you can do in 5 years from now, what you can do in 7 years from now, what you could do in 12 years from now is unbelievable.
75 years. That's how much time you get if you're lucky. 75 years, 75 winters, 75 springtimes, 75 summers, and 75 autumns. When you look at it like that, it's not a lot of time, is it? Don't waste them. Get your head out of the rat race and forget about the superficial things that preoccupy your existence and get back to what's important now. Right now, this very second. And I'm not saying drop everything and let the world come to a grinding halt.
Reality is the more risk you take, the luckier you get. So people need to learn to take one big risk a day. And that could be walking up to someone and saying, would you like to go out on a date? Practice that risk muscle. Knock on a door and try and sell something. Whatever the feeling of risk is to you, put a video up that might be embarrassing. Take a risk. Every day take a risk and build up that risk muscle, because risk is where success comes.
Take the biggest
fucking risks of your entire life right now. Remember, you have time. And in your 20s, you can get so scared and you can be so easily lulled into the idea that good is good enough, that feeling safe and comfortable is what you should always be looking for. That way of thinking in your 20s in particular, dead fucking wrong. I want you to start to create this mindset of taking risks and going big.
The fear that people have when they're starting out is that they say things like, I have nothing going for me. I have no advantages. I have nothing to my name. I have no money. I have no network. I have no resources. But using Rory Sutherland's reframing, it also means that you have nothing to lose, which makes you incredibly dangerous. And I think people wildly underestimate how many shots on goal you can take when you have nothing to lose. Whereas when someone has something to lose, they have to be more and more selective about the shots they take. And so you have the perfect conditions for taking risk, because the worst case scenario is baseline, is where you're currently at.
Well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful. But you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable. It's like the first thing you want to do is dispense with the idea that you get to have any permanent security outside of your ability to contend and adapt. It's the same issue with children. It's like you're paying a price by sitting there being miserable. And you might say, well, the devil I know is better than the one I don't. It's like, don't be so sure of that. The clock is ticking.
Yeah,
and if you're miserable in your job now and you change nothing, in 5 years, you'll be much more miserable and you'll be a lot older.
There's only one thing on the planet you actually have control over. You can't control the weather. You can't control your health. You can get a brain aneurysm or a heart attack. You can't control other people. The only thing you can actually really truly control is what you think. That's the only thing you can change in real time. You can be thinking of red and change it to blue. So why are you not controlling your own mind? It's your asset. It's your ally. It's your friend. Why would you make an enemy out of the only thing you have control over?
I'd rather go too far than not far enough. The only reward that you get from taking it easy is the fact that in the moment, it's easier. But if you want results, and then you basically just catch yourself slacking off and don't do anything about it, then it kind of sounds like you don't really want those results.
If you start today, you're gonna have benefits in the future. Doesn't matter the time. What is important, it's what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
What you want. You want to live a good life? Yes. I like to drink. I like to eat burger. Okay. You're gonna pay the bill in the future.
You gotta have something more, you know? You're not meant to just wake up, go to work, come home and like chill and watch TV because you're bored from work, and then go to sleep and repeat the process. You gotta have more than that. I mean, I don't know about you, but I definitely need more than that.
Anybody who thinks that a lifestyle comes like this without dedicating yourself for at least a decade to the endless work which must be required to prove to God that you deserve to be a main character on earth is a fool. God is sitting there waiting for somebody to put their hand up and say, look, I work harder than the others. Look, I've tried harder than everyone else. I worked on the days I was sick. I worked on the days I was tired. I dedicated myself and did exactly what you wanted me to do. Please bless me with the best possible existence any man on earth could have.
What do you do if you go to the gym and realize you just don't have enough energy to enjoy your workout? You're not always going to feel like killing it. You know, it's not like every variable is always going to be in your favor. So if things are a little off and you still get after it, then how do you think you'll perform when you actually did get enough rest and you did eat enough food and you're fully hydrated and you're just physically like, all right, come on. You're going to do that much better.
When you think about shit, you're like, 7 o'clock at night. Man, I'm tired. Just got back home from work. Will I go to the gym or not? Hour and a half passes. It's now 8:30. You didn't go to the gym. But you know damn well your evil twin inside of you did go to the gym. And he's out there. And he just got better than you. That weakness, and you think I'm tired, comes in and overtakes your potential. And stops you from becoming the person you can be. Yet someone else is going to the gym. Then 20 years later, when you have midlife crisis, and you say life's not fair, you start looking back, when all those forks in the road, where you sat down instead of standing up. And you don't feel sorry for yourself. Like, I made this fucking bed I'm in. Might as well enjoy it now.